if you're a regular Source Connect user, or if you're not, you might know that Source Connect 3 and Source Connect 4 don't like playing together. But today, I'm going to show you a workaround. G'day, it's Robbo from Just Ask Robbo, and as I just said, if you've ever used Source Connect, you'll know that Source Connect version 3 and Source Connect version 4 just don't talk, and that's due to a million reasons that we could go into, and you would be turning this off very quickly. So I thought, though, that today it would be worth talking about a solution that, look, it's not perfect world, but it works, and it makes it easy for you to connect with someone, if you're on version 3, to connect with someone who's on version 4. So I thought we might take a quick look at it today. It's called the Source Connect Bridge, and it's like a translator sitting between the two versions. If you're on version 3 and a studio is on version 4, the Source Connect Bridge is sort of in the middle, and it sort of translates, I guess, is the easiest way to put it. It translates what Source Connect 3 is saying, sends it to Source Connect 4 in Source Connect 4 language, and then it comes back the opposite way, obviously. Now, there are a few downsides. Most of them are on the studio side for whoever's recording you. The only one that you probably need to remember, and you probably don't even need to remember this one, but when you connect the bridge, it can only connect in half-hour increments. So if you're running over that half an hour, one of you, either you or the studio's got to remember to go back and set up, and you just click a button and it sets up another half hour without having to muck around. So look, let's just jump in and I'll quickly show you how it works. I've dived into my Source Elements account over here. So we're on the home page, we're on my dashboard. And if you look down the left-hand side here, you'll see it says Bridge. So all I need to do is obviously click on that. And click on Start a New Bridge. Or actually, the first thing I need to do, is connect who I'm going to connect to. So if I scroll through here, George the Tech, that will do. My podcasting buddy from LA, let's connect with him. And then I click on Start a New Bridge. And Source Elements website will have a think about that for a minute. And it does take a minute or two, so hopefully you'll stick around. But once it does, we will go into my Source Connect, which I also have open here. Right, here we go. Here's our bridge. So as you can see, it started a timer for 29 minutes or 30 minutes, and it's counting down. So once that timer gets to 5 minutes left, I can just come back in here and I can click add 30 minutes and it adds another 30 minutes to my timer. And I'm pretty sure it says here you can do that 4 times. 4 hours, there you go. So additional 30 minutes for up to 4 hours. So realistically, you're really not going to run out of time. So the thing to remember once we've done that is I need to come into my Source Connect. And instead of selecting George this time, I'm going to select the bridge and connect to that. And George will do the same on his end. George is right now in the middle of the night in LA receiving an email from Source Elements saying Darren Robertson wants to connect to you using the Source Connect bridge. And when he goes into his Source Connect and open up connections like that, he will see the bridge and he will be able to click on that and connect. And so then they will both talk. Now, as I said, there are some downsides for me on the studio side, but there are workarounds that I can do for that. The only downside that you need to be aware of is that half-hour limit on the session. So one of you needs to remember to start a timer for 25 minutes or so, and you can get around that and just come back and add another 30 minutes if you need it. So look, as I said, it's not a perfect world, but it's pretty damn close to it. So before you have your next Source Connect session, there's probably 3 questions you want to ask the studio. What version are you using? And think about what version you're using, and then ask the studio, are they going to use the bridge? Because, they kind of have to because it's the only way, but they may not realize if they've only use their Source Connect occasionally, they may not realize, so you can look like the legend. But do the boring stuff first, get it out of the way, and trust me, your future self will thank you, and you'll probably swear a little less when you're sort of fumbling around wondering why the 2 Source Connects won't work. If you need some help setting it up, justaskrobbo.com is the place to go and have a look. I'm Robbo. I'll be back with another Minute on Your Mic next week, and I'll see you then.